Hi, this is Bill Bachrach. The reason you're receiving this video is because you had a conversation with Joe, a conversation about your success roadmap. And during that conversation, Joe came to the conclusion that you would be an ideal candidate to participate in our Ideal Life Evaluation program. Now, I thought you might find it helpful to hear directly from me about the content of the program and some of the benefits of it. Do you know how you can watch a movie a second or third time and see things you didn't see the first time through? Well, the same may be true by watching this video again or maybe a couple of times. I also appreciate that you have a spouse or a partner or maybe a business associate who's helping you make this decision. So maybe if you watch this together, it'll help you come to a good conclusion. Now, it's important for me to tell you that this is not some kind of a sales or marketing gimmick. We don't send this video to everybody Joe talks to. You're getting this video because something in your values, in your goals, in your success metrics, maybe in the intangibles of the conversation Joe had with you, it was clear to him that while you might be very successful now, you are not currently achieving everything that you're capable of. And we'd like to help you tap your true capacity. So if it is a good fit for you to work with us, what we're going to help you do is achieve your maximum potential, help you get ideal clients, build your ideal business, and live your ideal life.
This is an $8,500 investment with a return of $30,000 to $50,000 in less than 6 months, over which you have total control. That's why your best investment is your untapped potential. This is not a gamble on a stock or a sporting event. You have total control over the return on investment by simply implementing what you learn. Now, I know that I tend to be a little more direct than some people can handle, but I've been in this business for 30 years. I know why most advisors fail, and I know what it takes to be successful. If you're looking for unconditional love, get a dog. If you want to be challenged to be your best, that's our specialty. We've loaded the evaluation program with value and priced it within reach of any advisor who's serious about professional development and success. Let's talk about how we get this done. The crux of the evaluation program is a process and a physical tool called the financial roadmap. The financial roadmap is often described as a relationship shifter. Teaching this process is what cemented my reputation as the leading authority in the financial services industry on the subject of building high-trust client relationships. You have an existing relationship with each of your clients. With each client relationship, you have attained some level of trust. And with each client, there is a certain degree of emotional depth. You can measure this level of trust and emotional depth by their behavior, their choices, and their actions. For example, how much of their money is invested with you, and how much money do they have elsewhere? Therefore, what percentage of the business that they could be doing with you are they actually doing with you? How readily do they follow your advice? To what degree do they view you as their go-to person in all matters related to money? Where do you stand in the credibility department as compared to their accountant, their lawyer, their other financial advisors, their insurance agents, and their bankers? How easily distracted are your clients by the talking heads on TV or the radio or when they read articles in the paper? How much hand-holding do you have to do because your clients are negatively influenced by things they can't control? Things they can't control in the economy, in politics, by the markets going up and down, or chaotic world events like unrest in the Middle East or the economic upheaval in Europe. I call these your client relationship success metrics, and in almost all cases, with most advisors and most clients, they can be improved. In order for these metrics to shift, the relationship has to shift. It's not that the relationship is bad now, it's that in order for it to be better, something has to shift. And this shift is not going to happen by accident. By creating a more compelling experience with the financial roadmap, the relationship can be shifted to a higher level of trust in less than 1 hour. I know what you want from your existing client relationships, and I completely understand how frustrating it can be when you don't get it. You want more business from each of your clients, especially your ideal clients. In fact, you want all of their business. This may come in the form of assets, fees for advice, or commissions from all of the financial products and services you offer. You want clients who quickly recognize the wisdom of your advice and take action on your recommendations because you truly care about helping them achieve their goals, not just because you get paid when they do. It bugs you that you don't get more referrals. You bust your butt to serve your clients, but they don't refer you to nearly as many people as they could if they really wanted to. Most people have hundreds of contacts programmed into their smartphone. They have that phone in their pocket or their purse when they're sitting with you. If they wanted to, they could turn the phone on, go to their contact list in that phone, and introduce you to every single one of them. So why don't they? And what has to happen so they do? You want to be your client's go-to person for financial advice. Multiple advisors is not diversification. There is no good reason why any of your clients should be doing business with any other advisors or institutions. You have everything they need to achieve their financial goals. Why do they make their own lives more complicated instead of just doing all of their business with you? And the answer is, it's the relationship. It's good, but not great enough to produce these results. Something has to shift. If your clients are going to change how they view you and how they behave, then there has to be a catalyst for that. The catalyst is the financial roadmap. Financial roadmap interviews have the power to shift your existing client relationships to a stronger level of trust and a deeper, more meaningful emotional connection. Let me reiterate, I'm not suggesting that your existing client relationships are bad. What I am saying is that the most successful financial advisors are relentless in the pursuit of the deepest levels of emotional connection and trust with their clients, and that almost everyone can take that to a higher level. If you're totally honest with yourself, then you know this is true. As part of the evaluation program, you will get the script for exactly what to say and do to schedule financial roadmap appointments with your existing clients. You'll have the script, a video demonstration to model, an audio demonstration to model, and 24/7 access to frequently asked questions for conducting effective financial roadmap interviews that will shift your client relationships to a higher level of trust and to a deeper emotional connection. Just like the best performers in the world record what they do and review it, you will learn how to audio record your financial roadmap interviews, and we'll give you a process for reviewing these recordings so you can become highly effective at making deeper and more meaningful emotional connections with your clients. Remember, it's your communication skills, not your technical skills, that determine the degree to which people trust you, hire you, follow your advice, and achieve their financial goals. There is no better investment you can make in your own success than learning how to conduct financial roadmap interviews. The financial roadmap is the gold standard for a client engagement or discovery meeting. You'll also use the financial roadmap when you meet prospective clients for the first time. You'll learn a telephone script so prospects show up to their initial client interview prepared. You want them to show up on time with their spouse or partner and all of their financial documents. The results will be prospects who hire you in the first meeting, commit to doing all of their business with you, and refer you to their friends, family, and colleagues. Another relationship metric is your comfort level working in one socioeconomic market segment, but being uncomfortable moving upmarket to work with people who could be much more profitable for your business. In other words, maybe you're comfortable working with middle America when you really want to be working with millionaires. Your skill and confidence conducting financial roadmap interviews with your prospects and clients will help you move upmarket to acquire clients who are more profitable, more willing to follow your advice, and more inclined to refer you and introduce you to their friends, family, and colleagues. Since 1995, the financial roadmap has set the standard for the initial client interview, client discovery, and client engagement processes. The financial roadmap gets clients emotionally engaged. It moves the trust dial in the right direction. It shifts the relationship to a deeper, more emotional connection. In the hands of a person who implements, this element of the evaluation program alone will be worth much more than the $8,500 tuition. Earlier I mentioned a $30,000 to $50,000 ROI. Where does this come from? When the relationship with existing clients shifts, they behave differently. Specifically, they respond positively to your advice. When you experience your client relationship shifting, you have more confidence. This confidence translates into you asking for and getting all of their assets and business. More confidence to ask for a higher fee, the fee you're actually worth. Clients who follow your advice and implement more quickly. Referrals, and prospective clients who hire you in the first meeting and act on your advice. So you do the math. If just half of your best clients transferred all of their assets to you and acted on your advice, you would make many tens of thousands of dollars, maybe hundreds of thousands of dollars more than you're earning now. Those are the kind of results you can expect when the relationship shifts. I'll say it again. This element of the evaluation program alone will be worth more than the $8,500 tuition. Now let me tell you about your accountability coach relationship. When you enroll yourself in the evaluation program, you will work with an accountability coach. Their primary role is to help you improve your productivity work habits. They do this by actually looking at your calendar to help you identify the low payoff activities that are stealing your success. I've been in this business for 30 years, and I can tell you with complete authority that the number one reason why almost every financial advisor is underperforming their potential is because they waste huge amounts of time on unproductive activities. I'm talking about choices you make every day to do things that add no value for your clients and have no impact on building a more successful business. When your accountability coach applies our proven process for examining your calendar, we will find many hours of time that can be shifted to more productive activities. This will translate into more results fast. You don't have to work harder, but you do have to work smarter. Imagine having a person in your life who helps you design the perfect calendar of results-producing activities, eliminating the low payoff activities, and then works with you to make sure you actually do those high payoff activities you schedule on your calendar. This relationship between you and your accountability coach can be transformational. When you do the math, this investment in yourself works out to be about $1,500 a month, and you could pay that much or more just for a generic coach. Your relationship with your accountability coach alone is worth more than the $8,500 tuition. When you enroll yourself in the Ideal Life Evaluation Program, you get a proven process, serious coaching support, and a 6-day live training experience. So let's talk about that 6-day academy now. The crux of the academy is about building more skill and more confidence with every element of the financial roadmap. Essentially, this will be the best communication and people skills training you will ever get. I can make that promise because I know who the best communication and people skills trainers in the world are. They've been my mentors and friends for decades, and that's who co-facilitates the academy with me. You'll become very effective at asking excellent questions, listening with true empathy, making stronger and deeper emotional connections, and developing what we call a trusted advisor way of being. I've said it before, and I'll say it again. Your success in this business has much more to do with your people skills than your technical skills. In addition to several days sharpening your communication and people skills, you'll spend a full day focusing on practice management. You'll be facilitated through exercises and group discussions that will transform your thinking about what it means to serve your clients, how to acquire truly ideal clients, and how to get paid much more than you're being paid now to deliver maximum value. Another benefit at the Academy is that you will learn our proprietary processes and tools for highly effective success planning. This is one of the most valuable elements of the 6-day Academy. You will leave the Academy with the most powerful success plan you have ever had for the next 90 days. Implement this plan, and the post-academy 90-day period should be the most productive you've ever been over your entire career. Another huge benefit of being at the academy is rubbing elbows with some of the best financial advisors in the world. You'll meet advisors who've cracked the code for acquiring very financially successful ideal clients and are being paid annually recurring fees over $20,000 a year per client, most of whom, when they began working with us, were not remotely working at this level of compensation with clients of this caliber. You'll have the opportunity to practice financial roadmap interviews with successful financial advisors who have completed many hundreds of financial roadmaps. Some of their skill and their confidence when they do your financial roadmap will rub off on you. Many of these financial advisors are building extraordinary teams and delivering very high value for their clients. These are advisors you want to know. You're going to spend several days with them. Forgive me for being redundant here, but the 6-day Academy experience alone is worth the $8,500 tuition. As I mentioned earlier, we have loaded the evaluation program with value and priced it within reach of any advisor who's serious about professional development and success. There are several other tools and resources that you'll have access to that your accountability coach will explain to you once you get started. But these 3 elements, the Financial Roadmap Training Program, a relationship with an accountability coach, and 6 days of professional development at our academy, are plenty of value for you to make a smart choice to participate. At the end of the day, it's all about you and what's on your success roadmap. What's important to you? What are your goals? Where are you now and where do you want to be in key success areas? And how serious are you about making it happen? I'll close my explanation about our program with this story. A few years ago, I completed the Hawaii Ironman Triathlon. In case you're not familiar with what that is, it's a 2.4-mile open ocean swim, followed by a 112-mile bike ride, and you wrap up the day with a 26.2-mile marathon. I had no athletic background or any indicators that I was qualified to accomplish a goal like this. I was not a swimmer in high school or college. I never ran track or cross country. My bike had been hanging upside down like a piece of decoration in my garage for over a decade, and I had never been a serious cyclist. My last organized athletics was playing baseball in junior high school. My idea of staying in shape was to jog twice a week for 30 minutes. Then I met this man, Mark Allen, by referral from a friend. Mark Allen is a 6-time Hawaii Ironman world champion and arguably the greatest triathlete of all time. At the time Mark contacted me, I was giving over 100 speeches a year at financial services conferences all over the world. He had retired from his sport and wanted to know how to get paid to speak about his experience as an Ironman champion. Many people had generously helped me in my speaking career, so I agreed to pay it forward and help him. I helped him organize his stories, I introduced him to a professional speech coach, and I invited him to speak at some of our events to hone his skills. He was very grateful. In fact, he was so appreciative that he paid me back by trying to have me killed at the Hawaii Ironman. To make a long story short, he offered to train me and coach me for the Hawaii Ironman, and I laughed when he made that offer. I said, "Mark, I can't do the Hawaii Ironman." And I gave him my first excuse why it was impossible for me to go from a twice-a-week jogger to Ironman finisher. To which he said, "Bill, if you do what I tell you to do, you'll be ready for the Hawaii Ironman in 9 months." The Ironman event was 10 months away at the time. I offered my second excuse. Same reply from Mark. "Bill, if you do what I tell you to do, you'll be ready for the Hawaii Ironman in 9 months. My third excuse was met with the same reply. "Bill, if you do what I tell you to do, you'll be ready for the Hawaii Ironman in 9 months. And that's how it went. I offered another handful of reasons why I thought it was impossible, and he responded the same way each time. "Bill, if you do what I tell you to do, you'll be ready for the Hawaii Ironman in 9 months. As you can see from the photo on the screen, I did actually transform myself from a twice-a-week jogger to finishing the Hawaii Ironman in about 9 months. I still find it fascinating that someone else can accurately know more about your potential than you do. But often, others know what's possible for you even when you don't see it for yourself. What Mark did for me that day, and for many months to follow as I trained for the Hawaii Ironman, was to lend me his belief until I had enough belief of my own that it was possible. And I didn't have that belief until I was many months into my training. I worked from borrowed belief from Mark for a long time. There's a saying that sometimes you have to borrow the belief of others until you have enough belief of your own to accomplish what you are truly capable of. Maybe the reason that you've been reluctant to commit to working with us is because you don't have enough belief in yourself. Belief that you can be this effective of a communicator. Belief that you'll follow the program. Belief that you'll do the work. Belief that it's possible for a person with your background to transform client relationships and learn to work with higher net worth people. I don't know you personally, and I don't know what your limiting beliefs are, but I know that you have them. We all do. So just in case you don't have enough belief in yourself, I'll do the same thing for you today that Mark Allen did for me. I'll lend you some of my belief and make that same offer. If you do what we tell you to do, in 6 months or less, you'll turn this $8,500 investment into at least $30,000 to $50,000 and have powerful communication and people skills you can implement for the rest of your life. I believe in you. You have the link to the enrollment form. There's no time like the present to make an investment in your most valuable asset, you. And I look forward to meeting you in person at our next academy.
And there you have it. That's the Ideal Life Evaluation Program. If you choose to participate, you're putting yourself in a place where you too could join the top 1% of advisors in the world, creating your ideal life by building an ideal business with all ideal clients. I hope to meet you in person at an academy sometime in the near future.